Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Basic Concept of Geology. As I promised, I will discuss this question in detail. So here I am. 21st question is, scratches produced on the fault plane are known as. So its answer is siliconite. But I told you, these are very important points. Bodines, moraines and plumage structure as well as siliconite. These are all very important points. There are so many questions asked on this. It can be asked as short notes also. So we will see in detail because this is a very important point. I will discuss in detail. Let's see first Bodine. What is Bodine? Let's see some diagram first. Suppose this is a competent rock layer and this is above this incompetent rock. This is uncompetent, this is competent rock. It means it is relatively harder. It is incompetent. Let's focus on this rock only. When these competent beds are stretched and become elongated during the deformation, they may separate it into blocks or they may form lens-wide or pillow-shaped structure. These are the lens-wide or pillow-shaped structure, or it can be deformed in the form of block. And this lens-wide or pillow-shaped structure is separated by the neck. This is the neck. So such a structure is known as bodines. Bodine is also known as a pull apart structure, and the process of elongation which creates the bodines is known as a bodinage. Process is known as a bodinage. So this is a basic definition, and it can form during the folding also. And we have a incompetent bed below and above. During the folding there is a compression force here and extension force is here. So in this case, this kind of a structure generated here. It can be generated perpendicular the fold axis also. Suppose this is another view of fold. So in the limb part, the limb is also get stretched in both sides. So bodines are also developed perpendicular to the fold axis. So again, one set of bodine develop here and another set is perpendicular the fold axis. So bodines are generally developed in the case of folding when a competent bed, or we can say the relatively stronger layer is getting stretched. So here some points are written already what I have discussed with you. So let's read it out first. When relatively strong layer of a rock are stretched and become elongated during the deformation, they may separate it into blocks or form lens-wide or pillow-shaped structure. Separated narrow necks, such structure are called bodines, pull-apart structure, and the process of elongation that produces them is called bodinage. When the separation is incomplete and the layer shows narrowing or necking, when the separation is incomplete and the layers shows a narrowing or necking, the structure are often termed as pinch and swell structure. Bodines characteristically form in a relatively thin layer, that is up to 1 meter, that are more stronger and more competent than enclosed rock, as I discussed with you, which tends to stretch in a ductile fashion and flow into the space between the bodines. It is a very useful indicator of direction of extension in very intensely deformed rock. So when we got the bodine, we can say that in which direction extension took place. In very deformed rock, it is a very useful criteria to find out the extension direction. So these are a few points about the bodine. So let's see the rodding and a mullion structure. It is formed by the rod-like structure. Rod may be formed by the hinge of crenellation quartz vein, or it may be represent extremely elongated pebbles. A rodded structure with dimension with tens of centimeters across is often termed as mullion structure. A common type of mullion is formed at the interface between competent and incompetent layer. It results partially from the folding of the interface and partially from the effect of the bedding foliation intersection. Mullion. This kind of a structure is a mullion structure. So it is between the layers, and whereas bodines is developed within the layer. So this is the basic difference, and bodine can be formed by the stretching, whereas the mullions can be formed by the process of folding, or it is also partially formed by the bedding foliation intersection. So this is the type of bodinage. This is a linear bodinage, and this is the chocolate table bodinage. This is the typical photograph of mullion structure. Come to the next point. This is the typical diagram of plumage structure. It is formed due to the tensile fracture or tensile joint. It shows the material is not homogeneous because with the time the stress position is changing. That's why this is the origin of a joint, and with the time it is moving towards this end. So this is the progressive direction. So criteria for identification of fault plan in the field is, so suppose this is the fault plan, we have a striation, so this is the striation, and this is silicon side, and this is the groove mark. So silicon side is, these are the polished and striated surface that develop due to the friction along the fault plan, and the striation is developed parallel to the direction of movement. This is the small depressed area is groove mark. So another criteria is drag fault. So due to the friction along fault plane, the footwall side bed is dragged down, and in the hanging wall side bed is dragged up. So this is a indicator of fault plane. Another criteria for identification of fault is gauge, breccia, Orson slices, myelonites, silicification and mineralization, different in sedimentary phases, and a physiographic evidence of a fault plane, that is fault scar, fault line scar, composite scar, and triangular facets. So this is the question number 29. Of the following alternatives, the most suitable condition for a road cut in a hilly terrain is where the foliation are. There are the four conditions. I have already drawn some diagram. This is the condition number 6, where dip towards the slope at high angle. This is the slope direction of hilly terrain. We have to cut a road at right hand side, and this is the condition of A, where foliation are vertical, and this is the condition of D, where dip towards the slope at low angle. This is the low angle. Okay, and this is the condition of B, where dip was away from the slope. Or you can draw this figure like this. If suppose slope is this, and we have to cut a road from this side, and dip of the foliation is like opposite side. So it has the minimum chance of landslide or any kind of seepage. So this is the best suitable site for the cut of a road.